Hello everyone, welcome to Business Hub channel. Before I do a deep dive in this video subject, I would like to request you to subscribe my YouTube channel and help me completing my first 1000 subscribers. So, let's get started. In this video, I will walk you through the step-by-step guide to starting a business. In case if you are looking to start a business from home or anywhere in the world. Are you launching a new small business? Discover where to start and how to succeed. You want to make certain that you have thoroughly prepared before starting a business, but you also recognize that things will almost certainly go wrong. To be successful in business, you must be able to adapt to changing circumstances. Conducting extensive market research on your industry and the demographics of your potential clientele is a critical component of developing a business plan. This includes conducting surveys, focus groups, and researching SEO and publicly available data. Before you begin selling your product or service, you must first establish your brand and cultivate a following of people who are eager to jump when your doors open for business. This video is intended for entrepreneurs who want to learn the fundamentals of launching a new venture. The obvious tasks, such as naming the company and designing a logo, are well known, but what about the less publicized but equally important steps? Whether you're deciding on a business structure or developing a detailed marketing strategy, the workload can quickly mount. Rather than spinning your wheels and guessing where to begin, use this 10-step checklist to turn your idea into a real entity. What is the best way to start a small business? 1. Fine-tune your concept. 2. Develop a business plan. 3. Examine your financial situation. 4. Establish your legal business structure. 5. Register with the government and the IRS. 6. Purchase insurance. 7. Form a team. 8. Select your vendors. 9. Market yourself and your company. 10. Expand your business. 1. Fine-tune your concept. If you're thinking about starting a business, you've probably already decided what you want to sell online, or at least what market you want to enter. Conduct a quick search for existing businesses in your preferred industry. Discover what current brand leaders are doing and how you can improve. If you believe your company can provide something that other companies cannot, or if you have a solid idea and are ready to develop a business plan. Clarify your why. Always start with why. As the saying goes, it's important to understand why you're starting your business. During this process, it may be prudent to distinguish whether the business serves a personal or a market why. When your why is focused on meeting a market need, the scope of your business will always be larger than when your why is focused on meeting a personal need. Take into account franchising. Another possibility is to open a franchise of a well-known company. The concept, brand recognition, and business model are already in place. All you need now is a suitable location and the means to fund your venture. Create a name for your company. Whatever option you select, it is critical to comprehend the reasoning behind your concept. Furthermore, before determining the value of an idea, you must write a business plan or brainstorm a business name. Clarify your target audience. Before you start your business, you should think about who your customers will be and why they will want to buy from you. You should explain why you want to work with these customers. Do you have a strong desire to make people's lives easier, or do they enjoy making art to add color to their world? Finding these answers clarifies your mission. Third, you must define how you will provide this value to your customers and communicate that value in a way that they will be willing to pay for. The major details must be worked out during the ideation phase. If the idea isn't something you're passionate about, or if there isn't a market for your creation, it's time to come up with another one. 2. Develop a business plan. Once you've established your concept, you should ask yourself a few key questions. What is your company's goal? Who are you attempting to sell to? What are your ultimate ambitions? How are you going to fund your startup costs? A well-written business plan will provide answers to these questions. New businesses that rush into things without considering these aspects of the business make a lot of mistakes. You must identify your ideal customer base. Who will purchase your product or service? What's the point of coming up with an idea if you can't find evidence that there's a market for it? Market research should be conducted. Conducting extensive market research on your field, as well as demographics of potential clients, is an important part of developing a business plan. Conducting surveys, holding focus groups, and researching SEO and public data are all part of the process. Market research assists you in better understanding your target customers' needs, preferences, and behavior, as well as your industry and competitors. To better understand the opportunities and limitations in your market, many small business professionals recommend gathering demographic information and conducting a competitive analysis. The most successful small businesses offer products or services that set them apart from the competition. This has a significant impact on your competitive landscape and allows you to communicate unique value to prospective customers. Think about your exit strategy. As you write your business plan, think about your exit strategy. Making a plan for how you'll eventually exit the business forces you to think ahead. Too often, new entrepreneurs are so enthusiastic about their business and so certain that everyone and everything will be a customer that they give very little, if any, time to demonstrate their intention to leave the company. What is the first thing they show you when you board an airplane? How to get off. What do they show you before the movie starts? Where the exits are located. The first week of kindergarten, they line up all of the children and teach them how to exit the building in case of a fire. I've seen too many business leaders who don't have 3 or 4 predetermined exit strategies. This has resulted in a decrease in company value and even the destruction of family relationships. A business plan assists you in determining where your company is going, how it will overcome potential obstacles, and what you will need to sustain it. 3. Examine your financial situation. Starting a business has costs, and you must plan how you will cover those costs. Will you need to borrow money to fund your startup? Do you have enough money saved up to support yourself until you make a profit? If you leave your current job to focus on your business, it is best to determine your startup costs. Many businesses fail because they run out of money before they can turn a profit. It's never a bad idea to overestimate the amount of startup capital you'll require because it can take a long time for the business to generate consistent revenue. Conduct a break-even analysis. A break-even analysis is one method for determining how much money you require. This is an important part of financial planning because it allows business owners to predict when their company, product, or service will be profitable. The formula is straightforward. Fixed costs break-even point. This formula should be used by every entrepreneur as a tool because it informs you about the minimum performance your business must achieve in order to avoid losing money. It also assists you in understanding where your profits are coming from so that you can set production goals accordingly. The 3 most common reasons for performing a break-even analysis are as follows. 1. Establish profitability. This is generally in everyone's best interest as a business owner. Ask yourself, consider how much revenue you'll need to generate to cover all of your expenses. Which products or services are profitable and which are not? 2. Determine the price of a product or service. When most people think about pricing, they consider how much it costs to make their product and how their competitors price their products. Ask yourself, what are the fixed rates, variable costs, and total cost? How much do physical goods cost? What is the labor rate? 3. Examine the information. What quantities of goods or services must you sell to be profitable? Ask yourself, how can I cut my overall fixed costs? How can I cut variable unit costs? How can I boost my sales? Monitor your spending. When starting a business, avoid overspending. Understand the types of purchases that make sense for your business and avoid overspending on expensive new equipment that will not help you achieve your objectives. Keep track of your business expenses to ensure you are on track. A lot of startups spend money on things that aren't necessary. I worked with a startup that had 2 employees but spent a lot of money on office space that could hold 20 people. They also rented a professional high-end printer designed for a team of 100 people, complete with key cards that tracked who was printing what and when. Spend as little as possible when you first start, and only on the things that are absolutely necessary for the business to grow and succeed. When you're established, you can afford luxuries. Think about your funding options. Startup capital for your company can come from a variety of sources. The best way to obtain funding for your business is determined by a number of factors, including creditworthiness, the amount required, and available options. 1. Commercial loans. If you require financial assistance, a commercial loan from a bank is a good place to start, though these are often difficult to obtain. If you are unable to obtain a bank loan, you can apply for a small business loan through the United States Small Business Administration or another lender. 2. Grants for businesses. Business grants are similar to loans in that they must not be repaid. Business grants are typically highly competitive, with strict criteria that must be met in order for the business to be considered. Look for small business grants that are uniquely tailored to your situation when applying for one. Grants for minority-owned businesses, grants for women-owned businesses, and government grants are all options. 3. Investors. Startups that require substantial upfront funding may want to bring on an investor. Investors can provide several $1,000,000 or more to a new company, with the expectation that the backers will be involved in the day-to-day operations of the company. 4. Crowdfunding. You could also launch an equity crowdfunding campaign to raise smaller amounts of money from a large number of backers. Crowdfunding has aided many businesses in recent years, and there are dozens of trustworthy crowdfunding platforms for various types of businesses. Choose the best commercial bank. Size matters when it comes to selecting a business bank. Smaller community banks are recommended because they are aware of local market conditions and will work with you based on your overall business profile and character. They're not like big banks, which look at your credit score and are more selective when it comes to lending money to small businesses. Not only that, but small banks want to develop a personal relationship with you and eventually assist you if you run into problems and miss a payment. Another advantage of smaller banks is that decisions are made at the branch level, which can be much faster than at a higher level in larger banks. When choosing a bank for your business, I believe you should ask yourself the following questions. What is important to me? Do I want to establish a close relationship with a bank that is eager to assist me in any way? Do I want to be viewed as just another bank account by large banks? Finally, the right bank for your business is determined by your requirements. Writing down your banking requirements can help you focus your search. to find the best bank for your business, schedule meetings with several banks, and ask questions about how they work with small businesses. 4. Establish your legal business structure. Before you can register your company, you must first determine what type of entity it is. Everything from how you file your taxes to your personal liability if something goes wrong is legally affected by your business structure. Sole proprietorship. You can form a sole proprietorship if you own the business entirely on your own and intend to be personally liable for all debts and obligations. Be aware that taking this route may have a negative impact on your personal credit. Partnership. A business partnership, on the other hand, means that two or more people are personally liable as business owners. You don't have to go it alone if you can find a business partner who has skills that complement your own. It's usually a good idea to bring someone in to help your business thrive. Corporation. If you want to keep your personal liability separate from that of your company, you should consider forming one of several types of corporations. Although each type of corporation is subject to different rules, this legal structure generally separates a business from its owners. As a result, corporations can own property, assume liability, pay taxes, enter into contracts, sue and be sued just like any other individual. Corporations, particularly C corporations, are particularly suitable for new businesses that intend to go public or seek venture capitalist funding in the near future. Limited liability company. The limited liability company is one of the most common small business structures. This hybrid structure combines the legal safeguards of a corporation with the tax advantages of a partnership. Finally, you must decide which type of entity is best for your current needs and future business objectives. It is critical to educate yourself on the various legal business structures available. If you're having trouble deciding, it's a good idea to consult with a business or legal advisor. 5. Register with the government and IRS. Before you can legally operate your business, you'll need to obtain a number of business licenses. You must, for example, register your company with the federal, state, and local governments. Before registering, you must prepare a number of documents. Operating agreements and articles of incorporation. You must register with the government in order to become an officially recognized business entity. Corporations require a document called Articles of Incorporation, which includes your company's name, purpose, corporate structure, stock details, and other information. Likewise, some LLCs will be required to draft an operating agreement. Doing business as. If you do not have articles of incorporation or an operating agreement, you must register your business name, which can be your legal name, a fictitious DBA name, or the name you have chosen for your company. You may also want to consider trademarking your company name for added legal protection. A DBA is required in most states. You may need to apply for a DBA certificate if you are a general partnership or a proprietorship operating under a fictitious name. It's best to call or go to your county clerk's office and inquire about specific requirements and fees. In most cases, there is a registration fee. Employer identification number. Following the registration of your business, you may be required to obtain an employer identification number from the IRS. While this is not required for sole proprietorships with no employees, you may want to apply for one anyway to separate your personal and business taxes, or simply to save yourself the trouble later if you decide to hire someone. The IRS has provided a checklist to help you determine whether your business will need a 9. If you do need a 9, you can get one for free online. Income taxes forms. To fulfill your federal and state income tax obligations, you must also file certain forms. The forms you require are determined by the structure of your business. For information on state-specific and local tax obligations, visit your state's website. You may be tempted to wing it with a PayPal account and a social media platform, but if you start with a solid foundation, your business will have fewer hiccups to deal with in the long run. Federal, state, and local licenses and permits. Some businesses may also be required to obtain federal, state, or local licenses and permits in order to operate. Your local city hall is the best place to get a business license. The SBA's database can then be used to search for licensing requirements by state and business type. Professional licenses are required for businesses and independent contractors in certain trades. A commercial driver's license is one example of a commercial business license. Individuals with a CDL are permitted to operate certain vehicles, including buses, tank trucks, and tractor trailers. There are 3 types of CDLs: Class A, Class B, and Class C. Check with your city and state to see if you need a seller's permit, which allows your company to collect sales tax from customers. A seller's permit is also known as a resale permit. Permit license, reseller permit, resale ID, state tax ID number, reseller license permit, or certificate of authority. It should be noted that these requirements and names differ from one state to the next. You can apply for a seller's permit on the website of the state in which you do business. Some businesses are exempt from collecting sales tax. For example, most services, medicine, or food for home consumption are exempt from New York sales tax. For example, if your company only sells medicine, you do not need a seller's permit in New York. However, New York sales tax must be collected when new tangible personal goods, utilities, telephone service, hotel stays, and food and beverages are sold. 6. Purchase insurance. Purchasing the right insurance for your business may slip your mind as something you'll get around to eventually, but it's an important step to take before you officially launch. Dealing with incidents like property damage, theft, or even a customer lawsuit can be costly, so make sure you're adequately protected. Although you should consider various types of business insurance, most small businesses can benefit from a few basic insurance plans. For example, if your company will employ people, you will need to purchase workers' compensation and unemployment insurance. Other types of coverage may be required depending on your location and industry, but most small businesses should purchase general liability insurance, also known as a business owner's policy. Property damage, bodily injury, and personal injury to yourself or a third party are all covered by general liability. If your company offers a service, you should look into professional liability insurance. It protects you if you make a mistake or fail to do something that you should have done while running your business. 7. Form a team. Unless you intend to be your company's sole employee, you'll need to recruit and hire a strong team to get your venture off the ground. Entrepreneurs must devote the same attention to their people as they do to their products. People build your product. Identifying your founding team, determining what gaps exist, and determining how and when you will address them should be your top priorities. It's also important to figure out how the team will work together. Defining roles and responsibilities, division of labor, how to provide feedback, and how to collaborate when everyone is not in the same room will save you a lot of headaches later on. 8. Select your vendors. Running a business can be stressful, and you and your team are unlikely to be able to handle everything on your own. Third-party vendors can help with this. Companies in every industry, from human resources to business phone systems, exist to collaborate with you and assist you in running your business more efficiently. When looking for B2B partners, you must be selective. These businesses will have access to vital and potentially sensitive business data, so finding someone you can trust is critical. Our expert sources recommend asking potential vendors about their experience in your industry, track record with existing clients, and what kind of growth they've helped other clients achieve in our guide to choosing business partners. Although not every business will require the same vendors, there are some products and services that almost every business will require. Consider the following essential functions for any type of business. Customer payment. Offering multiple payment options ensures that you can make a sale in the format that is most convenient for your target customer. To get the best rate for your type of business, you'll need to compare options and find the right credit card processing provider. Financial management. Many business owners can manage their own accounting functions when they first start out, but as your company grows, hiring an accountant or comparing accounting software providers can save you time. 9. Market yourself and your company. Before you begin selling your product or service, you must first establish your brand and cultivate a following of people who are eager to jump when your literal or figurative doors open for business. The corporate website. Build a company website based on your online reputation. Many customers use the internet to learn about a company, and a website serves as digital proof that your company exists. It is also an excellent way to communicate with current and prospective customers. Online social networking. Use social media to spread the word about your new venture, and perhaps as a promotional tool to offer coupons and discounts to followers once you've launched. Your target audience will determine which social media platforms to use. CRM. The best CRM software solutions enable you to save customer data in order to improve your marketing to them. A well-planned email marketing campaign can help you reach customers and communicate with your target audience. To be successful, you should build your email marketing contact list strategically. Logo. Create a logo that helps people recognize your brand and use it consistently across all of your platforms. Maintain these digital assets with relevant, interesting content about your company and industry. Too many startups have the wrong mindset when it comes to their websites. The problem is that they see their website as a cost rather than an investment. That is a huge mistake in today's digital age. Small business owners who recognize the importance of having a strong online presence will have an advantage in getting started. Developing a marketing strategy that extends beyond your initial launch is critical to establishing a clientele and spreading the word about your company. This process is just as important as providing a quality product or service, especially in the beginning. Request that customers opt in to receive marketing communications from you. Ask your customers and potential customers for permission to communicate with them as you build your brand. Using opt-in forms is the simplest way to accomplish this. These are forms of consent provided by web users that authorize you to contact them with additional information about your company. These types of forms are commonly used in e-commerce to request permission to send newsletters, marketing material, product sales, and so on to customers. People get so many spam emails and other messages these days that getting them to opt into your services in a transparent way helps you build trust with your customers. Opt-in forms are an excellent place to start when it comes to establishing trust and respect with potential customers. More importantly, these forms are legally required. The Federal Trade Commission establishes requirements for commercial email under the CAN-SPAM Act of 2003. This law applies to all commercial messages, which the law defines as any electronic mail message whose primary purpose is the commercial advertisement or promotion of a commercial product or service. Each email that violates this law carries a fine of more than $40,000. 10. Expand your business. Your initial launch and sales are only the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey. To make a profit and stay afloat, you must constantly expand your business. It will take time and effort, but you will get back what you put into your business. Collaborating with more established brands in your industry is an excellent way to expand. Contact other businesses and request promotion in exchange for a free product, sample, or service. Join forces with a charitable organization and donate some of your time or products to raise awareness of your brand. While these suggestions will help you get started and grow your business, there is no such thing as a perfect plan. You want to make certain that you have thoroughly prepared for the launch of a business, but things will almost certainly go wrong. To be successful in business, you must be able to adapt to changing circumstances. Questions and answers about starting a business. How can I start my own business with no money? You can start a successful business with no startup capital. Develop a business idea that capitalizes on your skill set in order to provide something new and innovative to the market. Maintain your current position while developing a new business to reduce financial risk. You'll need to get creative with funding once you've developed your business idea and are ready to start working on a business plan. By pitching your idea to financial backers, you can raise funds through investments. You could also raise funds through crowdsourcing platforms like Kickstarter, or set aside a portion of your weekly earnings to invest in a new venture. Finally, as a way to get your business up and running, you can look into loan options from banks and other financial institutions. What is the simplest business to begin? The simplest business to start is one that requires little to no upfront financial investment and does not necessitate extensive training to learn the business. A drop shipping company is one of the simplest types of new businesses to start. Drop shipping eliminates the need for inventory management, saving you the time and effort of purchasing, storing, and tracking inventory. Instead, a third party will fill your customers' orders at your request. This company will manage your inventory, package your products, and ship your business orders. To begin, you can create an online store by selecting curated products from a catalog made available by partners. When is the best time to launch a company? Each individual's ideal timeline for launching a new business will be unique. To begin with, you should start a business when you have enough time to devote to its launch. If you sell a seasonal product or service, you should start your company a quarter before the peak season. Spring and fall are popular times to launch non-seasonal businesses. Because many new owners prefer to have their LLC or corporation approved for a new fiscal year, the winter season is the least popular launch season. Well, my video has come to an end. I wanted to thank everyone for watching my video, and remember to like, comment, subscribe and share my channel so that my channel can grow and help me completing my first 1,000 subscribers in order for me to have motivation to bring everyone new videos with new things to learn. See you in our next videos.